For this episode, we have to move 1 hour by train outside of Copenhagen, so let's head directly out to it and look at some street art in the city of Nesville. The Fowler by Mr. Woodlands is the art piece right behind me. And Mr. Woodlands was born back in 1981 in Munich, Germany. His first experiences with graffiti was in 1993, as far as we know. And the art piece right behind me draws from his own world, the world he creates with his art pieces, where humans, animals live closely aligned. And that is what makes this picture so special. And there are plenty more pictures here in Nesville, so let's find them. The art piece right behind me by Alexander, who was born in Orlândia, Sao Paulo, Brazil in 1982, has made this. And it is the first of 3 art pieces in a series. I will point out when the next one are, but this is the first one, and it is a symbol of a couple in love on the night sky. A couple who is amongst the stars, or at least, if you take a little more down-to-earth kind of vibe, a couple out in the night, sitting, looking at the stars without all the lights from the city, which is quite ironic when you are in a city that has so much light that you can't see the stars clearly from here where it is. But you can in the greater Nesville area. But let's move on to the next one.
For evigt, måske for evigt, skal vi samme vej. Og når i morgen...
The art piece right behind me is made by Dame. It's called Coming Out Nesville. But Dame was born in 1971 in Lüneburg, Germany, and has been hired in to make this skillful art piece, where he shows off his ability to make 3D art. And I don't know how great it comes across the camera, but it is actually a bit 3D-ish. Yeah, it's not as 3D as I think he would like, or maybe it's my vision there's something wrong with. But mainly it is made to, well, present you with something to ponder about. And that's it for the next one.
We'll close them instead, leave the messenger behind. But one day we will know.
The piece right behind me, made by Henrik E.C.B. Kirschbich, something like that. I'm not good at pronouncing his name. But what I know is that he was born in 1974 in Woodlands, Germany. And I know that this is one of 3 pictures you have made here in Nesville. But it's also iconic for me because it's a symbol of Nesville. It is the symbol the ships see as they sail into the harbor. And they actually do. This is an active, not an overly active industrial harbor, but it is an active industrial harbor. And they see this as they sail in. But it was also what I remember about Nesville. It is this art piece. It says a lot about the soul of the city for the elder generation. For the younger, some other pictures that say plenty more about the soul, but this is also part of the soul of Nesville. But let's move on.
you think you waiting?
Tomorrow is today's dream. That's the picture right behind me. Another one from Heinrich ECB Bierkirch or something like that. It might be a person he fell upon one of his trips. It might also be just a random image he saw online. We never know. But what we do know is the symbolism of dreaming of tomorrow. And suddenly you are an old man. And what tomorrow do you then dream of? So make sure to live your life. That's at least the inspiration I get from this picture. Let's see if there's many more great pictures here in Nesville.
What you under? Cause you're drunk on me, yeah.
This art piece made by Limpo. Limpo, an artist born in 1980 in Salvador Bahia in Brazil. First started getting to know street art in 1993, at least on a stage where we know Limpo from. But this one, a colorful, imaginary picture. And let's just look at it. We can see some kids, we can see some puzzles, we can see some faces. What will we make of this? If I tell you there's a school right there, or at least there once was, it's an old school building, then it gives you another perspective on why this is here. Learning, getting to know the pieces of the world. Today, the building over there is just an office. But that doesn't change that this picture is something you should come by and see. And the next one is right up here, so let's head up to it. Another one of those street art places, one of the places where you will find that the newer artist, the unfamous artist is here. A little ballpark in the middle of Nesville, fairly close to the station, fairly close to everything. And here, well, they paint, and it seems like they are holding true to the culture. You don't pay over something else unless you can do it better. So if you're a budding artist, remember that. But this is cool, and there's a lot here I can't show you because it's too graphic for YouTube. So I need your support so I can set up another place where I can show you things like that. But for now, let's head to the next place. Anders Renlov, born in 1984, has made this unique art piece. But he was into street art long before his graduation from the Jutland Art Academy. And this is one of his pieces. It's a mess to look at, to be honest. But you can look at it for hours and see different new things, because that's the beauty of this one. Every time you walk past, you can see a new thing in this art piece, because it is such a mess with things. And somehow I like it. It may not be the most clear image, but it's one that sparks imagination. The artist behind the picture, Os Gemmers, actually started their career the same year I was born, 1985. So it's an older artist. But this picture is a mysterious woman in a world where dimensions, those laws are repelled. It's a woman that gives your imagination a bit of a spark. If we look at it, you can see a little man in a boat on the left. This little man is held up by the women, making the laws of, dimensions totally wonkus. No woman can hold up a boat with a man in it. No man can hold up a boat with a man in it, that way at least. So it's a great piece for imagination. The problem with this piece, you're in the middle of a bus parking spot. We have a bus backing up over there. We are walking on this track where they have charging stands, all kind of things. But if you venture out over here, it's fairly easy to spot. And there are plenty more great pictures here in Nesville, so let's head for them. Arius, born in Barcelona, Spain in 1988, made this wonderful piece of art. This art is very special due to Arius's early works and early onset with the medium of spray cans. He learned to mix colors, or she. I actually don't know if it's a he or she, but Arius learned to mix colors. And that made this art piece very special because the colors are unique and it shows the color work and of course also Arius's humor. A donkey lying butt naked with a human-like body. You can sense the skeleton in there. It is a unique masterpiece, and unfortunately time hasn't been good for it, because it's faded a lot since the original, but you can still see it and it still has some special colors and humor. So definitely worth coming by to see. Behind the gambling den you will find Alex Senna's masterpiece. It's a man looking out his window, but you can actually feel a little bit of the 3D effect with the hands grabbing the outside of the frame. Definitely a special one of those we have seen. It's a little unique and I like it. It's subtle. The placement, well, it's not the best, but it's fairly easy to find, fairly close to the station. So yeah, come by, see it, and let's head for the next one, which is right up here.
Heartbeats, dates and sex up through your couch. Hang on my wardrobe, your still laying on my floor. Your makeup sits on my desk, your panties still hiding my drawer. I feel my body temperature drop, my heartbeat free. Stop and stood to watching the clock. I said I feel my body temperature drop, my heartbeat free. Stop, I love resides inside the ice and the rocks.
It's Like a Heartbeat Part 2 is this one up here. And you can clearly see where the inspiration comes from for this picture. But it is made by CMP1, a local boy or girl, a local artist from the town of Nesville. So that's a local one, and it really shows you something about the city. It's clearly inspired by New York, clearly. But it is also just showing off the station. It's showing off the lifeblood of this city, the reason this city exists. The station. Originally, there were not much around Nesville, but the station made the city big. Not the highway, because that's very far away from Nesville. You have to go on some country roads to hit the highway at all, so yeah. The train, the lifeblood of the city, is encapsulated in this picture. This picture is made by Lumit. Lumit, who was born in 1968 in Munich, Germany. Lumit's first experiences with the street arts was in 1983, so this is one of our oldest artists, but still makes this picture quite special. Lumit's special brand is, his name is already written somewhere on it, and his special colors is matched to the surroundings. That's his special brand. And of course, we have to head to the next one. It is fairly close by, and if you are here and spot it, you will fairly easy spot it. So let's head for it. The artwork right here, made by Alex Diach. I'm slaughtering the name, I know that. But the person was born in 1972. First started in the early 90s, getting to know the art of painting on buildings. And this picture is fairly typical of the person's style. The colorful, artisanal animals, the fantastic beasts that are on there. It is like stepping into another world, and that is definitely a hallmark of this artist. So this is one of the best ones in the collection for getting your imagination up. And let's head for the next picture. Another art piece made from Aarhus is what you will find here fairly close to the station. The special part about this giant artwork is that it is inspired by old Danish tradition of gymnastics with a ball. We always see it in old Danish movies from the time after wartime periods, the contemporary from the 60s and 70s. We see gymnastics with balls like that, and it is inspired by it. Made quite a good work of it, so definitely worth getting out here for. And let's head for the next one. The artist Rosie One is behind the picture right here. But what do we know about Rosie One? Well, we know that she was, and I know it's a she was from Biel, Switzerland, born 1970 something. First in the late 80s was her first experience with graffiti culture. She has a love for graffiti culture, hip-hop culture, the music, the style, even the people, as she tried to depict in this one. And I know I sound a bit, connoisseur, yeah, it could be at an art gallery, but I actually find this picture very great, because you will see it's like a flipper machine. Down in the bottom you got the ping pong things, and then you have the entire lane up, and down through the music, the smoke, the graffiti painting. It's actually quite an interesting painting to look at, and I could stand here looking at it for hours. But I don't have hours because we have to get to the next one, so come. The picture behind me is by the artist Zedish. Z-E-D-Z. Yeah, I know it's difficult to pronounce. That's because he is from the Netherlands, born in Leiden in 1970. First experienced graffiti culture in around 1983, and has made this, which is, yeah, it's a lot of colors. I actually don't think it's that artisanal, in my opinion. Seriously, I know she is known for these colors, these patterns, and there are some form of artwork in that, and there are a lot of labor going into making this the perfect artwork. But I'm not inspired by it. I'm sorry, but I'm not. If you are, please comment down below and tell me why you are inspired by it, because I'd like to know. I'm curious about it.
Take my time. Should I take my time or take you?